What's going on, great people? What's good, Atlanta Falcons Nation? Man, Mike Sports, Fifth Man K-Style, Drew Talk Sports, Coach Unchained, Blackbeard Rex. How are you guys doing today? Representing the crew. So, forgive me if I'm smacking a little bit. Just a little bit hungry. Just a little bit hungry. But gotta do some splaining. Got some splaining to do. Hey Lucy, we got some splaining to do. Because obviously people are starting to really like my song. I think I'm gonna go to, T.I., aka Mr. Tip, and see if I can get a record deal. Cause obviously people like when I sing this song. Get my vocal cord straight, okay? Cause I'm about to sing a beautiful song for y'all. I think they like when I sing. How you doing, Lisa? Hi, how are you? But I think they like my song. So, Robert Bennett, Pat Norris, Southside, Lisa Thompson, D. Coleman, the therapist himself. Shout out to you guys and everybody who's yet to comment on here, but shout out to you guys. But there's a song that I want to sing to people real quick. And I'll explain why I'm singing this song. But I'm singing this song because obviously football fans are going to learn that there are certain aspects of the game that you cannot ignore. And I don't know why I have to say this over and over and over and over again, but there are certain aspects of the game that you cannot continue to ignore. The last couple of championships, the championship games in itself shows exactly why we cannot continue to ignore the small intricate details of the game. When I tell you that this dude showed you, and I'm talking about he really showed you guys that when you look at the Atlanta Falcons and why I'm so adamant on building a team a certain way, this is why. You had your boy. You had this boy, and I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes, who was about 70%. Yeah. I think we can easily say this dude was about 60-70%. And this man won a NFC championship hobbling at 67%. How you doing, Pamela? 60-70% of this game, and people wondering why we continue to say over and over and over again, let's not spend all this money and put it in one particular player. If you even look at how the Chiefs are currently constructed and the players that they've gotten rid of, you'll see why we say this. Okay? Yeah. This is exactly why I say this. And I know I'm prolonging it. I'm trying to give a couple more people to come in real quick. Oh, I might go a little ham. I might. But the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes people and fans just don't understand what it really takes to win championships. Last night, you saw a watered down version of the Chiefs offense. And I mean watered down to the umpteenth degree. And the reason why I got these particular players highlighted here is because of that reason. Pacheco, however you say his name, Pacheco had 10 carries, 5 catches. So that's 15 touches for him. Jared McKinnon, 2 catches, 4 carries. So their backs had a total of 15 plus 2, 6, 15, 21 touches for their running backs. Then you got Travis Kelce, who has 7 catches himself. All right, so I'm highlighting these guys because you didn't see a Kansas City Chiefs team that was super aggressive. What I tell you guys about how the Atlanta Falcons are building their team, they're building their team running the ball, checking the ball down, getting 5 to 10 yards almost every catch. And what it does, it just doing that, it just wears teams down. So the reason why I'm highlighting this is that when you look at the Cincinnati Bengals team, Joe Mixon had a grand total of 11 touches. This man had a grand total of 11 touches. Let me repeat that again, okay? Because I don't think y'all heard me. This man had a grand total of 11 touches. 8 carries, 3 catches. Perrine had a few, I think he had like 4 carries, about 3 catches himself. So they running backs combined for less than 20 touches. I think y'all can kind of get where I'm going from this point on. And this wasn't a game where they were blowing them out. They didn't get blown out. They were really into this. And I highlighted the very last thing at the bottom is against Buffalo, they ran the ball 34 times for 172 yards. Kind of see where I'm going with this? Do you guys understand where I'm going with this? You get where I'm going with this? Anybody get where I'm going with this? Jarvis, how you doing, pimp? Y'all kind of see what? Yeah, you feel me, D. Coleman? You kind of see where I'm going with this. And I'm gonna tell you how brilliant of a coach this man is. And who am I talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about Andy Reid. Y'all didn't even realize what he was doing the whole time. Everybody was expecting them coming out and pretty much dominating and being super aggressive. That man did the complete opposite. That man wasn't even super aggressive in that team in this game. He wasn't even super aggressive in this game. That's great coaching. Anthony, you right there, pimp. You know exactly who you're talking about. Y'all know where I'm going with this. You got running backs, use them. I was screaming the whole first quarter, the whole second quarter, the whole third quarter, the whole fourth quarter. Run the damn ball. Why are you not giving the ball to Joe Mixon? Haven't we learned anything, NFL? Haven't we learned from this, NFL fans? Well, we got these coaches who are absolutely obsessed with getting these quarterbacks these artificial numbers. And I say artificial numbers because basically they're trying to get these guys to have, I got the feeling that Taylor, all he wanted was to make sure that Joe Burrow outshined Patrick Mahomes. And he got totally outcoached and outclassed by Andy Reid. All Andy Reid did the entire game, everybody knew that your boy Kelsey wasn't 110%. He didn't need to be. He wasn't 100%. He didn't need to be. So, and you had Patrick Mahomes. He wasn't, like I said, the ball was probably 60%. Probably 60%. And what did Andy Reid did? He ran the damn ball. He used his backs as an extension of the running game. Get them catches out of the backfield. And then he just used his tight ends, used his running backs, used his slot receivers to extend the game to keep the ball out of the hands of Joe Burrow. Yeah, that's what he did. Taylor was so obsessed with trying to make Burrow look like a super duper star that he forgot, we got to win this game. And let's keep it real. If it wasn't for that fumble, Patrick Mahomes really, fumbling the ball at the wrong time, they would have got blown out. I think it was a goofy play. Something that they always do, but like I said, it's still a goofy play. Something that they always do, but it's a goofy play. The ball slipped out of his hand and ended up fumbling. If it wasn't for that, this game would have been over. This game would have been a blowout. He didn't learn a damn thing from the Super Bowl. This is exactly what we talk about when we talk about these young offensive coordinators, these young coaches today. They think just because you have a ton of numbers, you put up a ton of numbers, and you have a good quarterback that can throw the ball for 4,000 or 5,000 yards. That's how you win championships. It's just, we're going to have a bunch of wide receivers. Yeah. Kansas City played the long game. Yeah. Kansas City played the long game, and Cincinnati got way too cocky for their own good. They was already saying that they won the game before it even started. Yeah, they already said that they won the game before it even started. So these are the things that we talk about when we're talking about, having coaches that just don't understand. It's like you get in your own way. You get in your own way. You came out trying to prove that Joe Burrow is better than Patrick Mahomes, and like I said, that's just stupid. I always call it this, so excuse my language, but I call it this. You just got in a dick grabbing contest. That's what Cincinnati did. They got in a dick grabbing contest to see who dick is bigger, and they lost. You didn't respect the Chiefs' defensive line. You didn't respect their front seven. You didn't respect their secondary. You just said, we got Joe Burrow, we got Jamar Chase, we got Higgins. That's all we need. Yeah, because you won a few, regular season games against them. Yeah, you got in the dick grabbing contest and say, who balls are bigger? You said, I got Joe Burrow, and we gonna win because we got that. This is what happens when you as an offense and a team feels as though that you got all the superstars. Hey man, I got Julio, I got Matt Ryan. That's an automatic win for us. Hell, we up 28-3. We don't need to run the ball no damn more. Yeah, but this sound familiar for you guys? This is what we preach. Run the damn ball. Because stupid shit like this happens. If they had gotten Joe Mixon involved earlier like they did in Buffalo, yeah, this game would have been a whole lot more different. No. They tried to get into a dick grabbing contest with Patrick Mahomes, and I don't know why you would even do that shit to begin with. Why the fuck would you get in a shootout or try to outshoot Patrick Mahomes? This is what he does. He's been doing this his whole career. Even in college, he's been throwing for 300-400 yards even in college. This is what this dude does. Whether he's 100% or not, this is what Patrick Mahomes does. He's Patrick Mahomes for a fucking reason. And you got in a shootout with that team who has an incredible front seven, and they put pressure on Burrow all damn night. Again, you disrespected the Chiefs defense, and it backfired. Your boy Chris Jones was on that ass from the very fucking start. Gay, the other dude, outside. These dudes were on your ass from the very start, from the very beginning. And this is one of the reasons why I'm going to sing this song. And like I said, I hope Tip listening to me, because I think I got a pretty good voice. Let me sing this song for y'all real quick. But I had to set it up for you. But I might sing it again tonight on Cooler Talk. So, George Karlaftis, that's another guy. It's like, I told you so. I told you so. We at AFC told you so. Yeah, we told y'all so. Had to put that Luther Vandross spin to it. Yeah, got to put that Luther to. This is why we say you can't neglect the trenches. No matter how much of a great quarterback you have, when it was time, those dudes got turnovers, and those dudes got after the quarterback, and they protected the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes was far from 100%. Again, I can say, honestly, this dude was about 60% out there. He could barely freaking run. He could barely step up. He can barely plant on the front, his back foot, and still launching them. This is what happens when you have a great front four, a front seven to get after the quarterback. The Chiefs did not unleash, they did not stop the whole damn game. From the time the first half started, the first quarter started, the Chiefs defensive line was on Burrow's ass. This is what happens when you invest in the trenches. And this is why Jew has stated over and over again. So thank you, Jew. So thank you, Jew, for that. Yeah, well, we don't need to see no damn wide receivers. We don't need to see no corners. We need to invest in the trenches because this is how you win. You got to be able to get after the quarterback. We're seeing this. We're seeing this right now. The difference in this game, the Chiefs had 5 sacks, but they could have had even more than that if Burrow wasn't, a little bit athletic. But like, they was on, like I said, the Chiefs was on his ass the whole game. They had 5 sacks. The Bengals had 3. They was on this guy's ass from the very beginning, and that was the difference in this game. When you needed to get after the quarterback, when you needed the defense to make a play, the Chiefs defense stood up. This is the reason why we saying time and time again, I don't give a damn about no quarterback if we can't get after the quarterback. If we cannot get after the quarterback, what's the fucking point of paying another guy $50 million and we can't get after the quarterback? This is the reason why it's so important to build a front seven. We saw the game prior to that, we saw the game against the 49ers. Everybody want to say, well, he was hurt. No, Philadelphia hurt his ass. That's the difference, okay? All these crying ass San Francisco fans, shut your crying asses up. Shut your little crying asses up. You got your ass beat. I don't want to hear that bullshit about your quarterback. Philadelphia tore that ass up. Philadelphia tore that ass up. Why? Because they got after the quarterback from the very fucking start. His son Reddick got after him, hurt his arm, bam. So I don't want to hear all these whack-ass excuses. San Francisco. And it's not really even 49ers fans that do it. It's really a lot of these fake-ass Falcons fans that want to cry because they saw, their favorite team. And a lot of them still on Shanahan nutsack. They won't admit it, but they still on this nutsack because they think he created Matt Ryan, but that's a whole nother story. But from the very first quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles was on that ass. These dudes literally almost have an 8-man rotation on defensive line. Philly has an 8-man rotation. Just think about that for a second. These mother pluckers have a Ndamukong Suh. Look, bro. They D-line is in freaking insane. And from the very first quarter, very first stopper, Kyle Shanahan, dumbass. Is this all familiar? This is the shit that really, this is what made me laugh hysterically. This motherfucker ain't learned shit. Kyle Shanahan got to be the stupidest son of a bitch in the fucking world. He ain't learned a damn thing. A lot of people try to pretend like what happened. Y'all do realize the reason why Hassan Reddick even got to the quarterback? Did that play seem familiar? I just want to see if any of you guys on the same page I am. That is the exact same play from something that we've seen time and time again. What up, cuz? I want to see if anybody, that sack on Hassan Reddick, the sack that Hassan Reddick had on Brock Purdy, does that look familiar to you guys? Doesn't that play look familiar to you guys? I just want to see if anybody thinking I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Southside, he was blocked by a tight end and not even Kittle. That play looked awfully familiar. Different design, but the exact same thing. Kyle Shanahan does not learn anything. Fred Butts, the same one in the Super Bowl. Ding, 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 ding. Anthony White. Ding, 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 ding. Dante Hightower on Matt Ryan. That's the exact same play. This dude decided it was a brilliant idea to put a tight end one-on-one with one of their best pass rushers. You see? He thought it was a great idea. Hassan Reddick, if I'm not mistaken, this dude got like 12 sacks or something like that. You thought it was a good idea to put a damn tight end on Hassan Reddick? Dante Hightower at the time was one of their best pass rushers, blitzers. You thought it was a good idea to put a running back on him? And one of the worst pass protecting running back on top of that? This is Kyle Shanahan. This is the stuff that he does that is just absolutely awful. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a running back chipping on top of that. No. He put the chipper on the other side. And then, this is look, I'm glad you brought up Josh Johnson. This is the even more fucked up part. This is why Kyle Shanahan should be fired, in my opinion. This is the main reason why he needs to be fired. And I said fired, and I mean every word of what I just said. The reason why he needs to be fired is because you brought in Josh Johnson and didn't switch up the playbook not one fucking iota. You kept the same plays that you would have ran with Brock Purdy as Josh Johnson, who obviously is a RPO guy. Didn't run no RPO gadget plays or anything like that. You came in with the exact same playbook, and that dude got his ass kicked because he was running the same shit that he would have ran for Brock Purdy. He's never been a pocket guy, but he had this dude in the pocket getting his ass smoked. And then we got people up here saying that he made Matt Ryan. Well, if that's the case, where are his other MVP quarterbacks at? Where are the MVP players? Where are all the other MVP quarterbacks? This man on his third, fourth, fifth. Look, this man here on his third quarterback this year. That man done played like 4 quarterbacks this year. Done paid him money after dime after dime after dime after dime. Done paid, he done gave all his picks to Trey Lance. Then all the picks to Trey Lance to get Trey Lance. Trey Lance couldn't even win the damn job. What the fuck why the hell are you even drafting a guy if you not gonna give him an opportunity? 1, so he wasting picks on top of it. 2, you pay this dude $120-something million, and this motherfucker is always hurt and always doing the bare minimum. And then, for whatever kooky ass reasons, he believed that he can just draft any running back and place him back there and he'd be good. Yeah, he really believed that in his stupid ass head, that you can just put any running back back there and he's just gonna be great. Gotta be smart. And these are the things we talk about when we're saying coaching matters. A lot of people get on Arthur Smith for not being super crazy aggressive. Well, we saw one of the main reasons why being aggressive can lose you the game. If you would have had more balance and the offense Cincinnati, you would have had an opportunity to really look. Like I said, the only reason why Cincinnati were really in that game is because their defense got key stops at key moments, and they got a turnover. Well, Pat turned it over. That's the only reason why they even scored close to 20 points is because of that. They wouldn't have even scored 20 points if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes flipping the ball backwards. So let's keep that 100%. That Cincinnati offense absolutely bombed. They did all that talking only to bomb. This man went old school. All he did was check the ball down, use his running backs and his tight end as the playmakers. Yeah, Andy Reid, all he did was go old school. He went old school Philadelphia, where he used Brian Westbrook, Darren Sproles, used these guys as an extension of the running game and ran the damn ball. And gave the ball to their tight ends. Yeah, he didn't even, of course they tried to hit on a couple of deep passes, but for the most part, they just checked the ball down and ran it and killed the clock. That sound awful. Does that offense sound familiar to you guys? I just want to know, does that offense seem familiar to you guys? Because I've been telling you all this. I've been telling y'all all this year that this offense is similar to whom, okay? Anybody want to take a guess who offense is similar to what the Chiefs are doing? Because I've been telling y'all this. So for whatever reason, y'all don't believe me. And the Eagles' offense is absolute ass, okay? So they better run the ball well. If they don't run the ball well, that's going to be a blowout out in the Super Bowl. I'm saying it now. That offense is ass. All I saw was RPO the whole damn game. The defense got to the ball in good field position. It's similar to what this Eagles team is nothing more than 2015 Carolina Panthers. That's all they are. They led by their defense. Now, the Chiefs' offense is similar to what the Falcons are doing. Been saying this all year. When the Chiefs can't get big plays with the deep pass, yeah, they resort to running the ball, checking the ball down, and throwing to their tight end. I've been saying it all freaking year. Everybody thought I was a fucking lunatic when I said it. You go back and watch this team, watch that game, rewatch the game. I promise you it looks exactly like the Atlanta Falcons. There's only one major difference. We don't have Patrick Mahomes. This offense is exactly the same. And this is why I tell people all the time, y'all think Arthur Smith is a fucking dummy. He's doing the same shit he's doing the exact same shit that Andy Reid is doing. The same formations, running the ball, and you saw the Falcons offense open up a lot more when who became the quarterback. You started to see the checkdowns. You started to see him throw the ball to the wide receivers. You started seeing him using the tight ends. This offense is almost exactly like the Chiefs. And when the Falcons are able to get even more weapons, yeah, let's in it. It's football one-on-one. Run the game, establishes the pass. That's literally it. When you have a quarterback that understands that checking the ball down is not that bad of a deal, yeah. So this is why I'm so excited about where the Atlanta Falcons are right now, especially with a young guy like Ritter. When the Falcons are able to get more playmakers as far as their athleticism, explosion with their receivers, their running backs. This offense is going to be damn near unstoppable, almost Chief-like. Yeah, I said it. I'm just saying. The only thing we don't have is at this point in time, and just this year, because the first year we had a Travis Kelce and Kyle Pitts, who made the Pro Bowl, but this year, yeah. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get. I know I'll probably get a couple of tweets. Oh, Mike said the Chiefs offense like the Falcons. Yeah, I just proved it to you. It's similar, awfully similar. They use their tight end as the center of their offense, the focus of their offense, and they just everything else feeds off Travis Kelce. That sound familiar? Yeah, that's the Falcons. Yeah, that's the Falcons offense. Yeah. This ain't the first time that happened. Yeah, look at the offense on the Matt Ryan. It was the same offense, using the same formations and everything. The only difference, Matt Ryan didn't have the athleticism to really open up the offense the way it should have been. We didn't have a Miko. We didn't have a Tyreek Hill. Every once in a while, if we needed to blow the top off somebody, we didn't have that, and we don't have that. That's the biggest difference when it comes down to that, because we use a rotation of running backs, just like Kansas City. There's a blueprint of success in the NFL, and it's called balance. It's called balance. It's called balance. Anybody ever realize? Everybody any paid attention to what's the difference in this Kansas City offense without Tyreek Hill in the middle? Does anybody know the difference between Tyreek Hill Chiefs and without the Chiefs without them? Just wanna. This might surprise the heck out of y'all when I say this. Anybody know the difference between the Chiefs? Yeah. The difference between this Chiefs team and the Kansas City Chiefs with Tyreek Hill, there was one major difference. Is that Tyreek Hill was the one. Yeah, the main difference is this Kansas City Chiefs defense is that now they use their running backs to spread open. Yeah, they use their running backs to spread the things open now. Especially the middle of the field. And what they do also, they put Sky Moore next to Kelce. So those guys, so the safeties have to leave him underneath. That's the difference. But they primarily use their running backs now to be the short area, the short yardage guy. So all they do now, instead of Travis Kelce being the short guy, they running backs are the short guys. And Travis Kelce is more of the deep play, intermediate baller. But if you look back at the Chiefs with Tyreek Hill ran a lot of crossing routes. And those crossing routes was in the middle of the field, but when he caught them, he got a lot of yak yards. So him having 1,600 yards, he got a lot of his yards after catch. So they're running the same offense, but now they just switch roles. Now Travis Kelce is that deep guy, that intermediate middle of the field guy, and not Tyreek Hill. Before it was Travis Kelce with the shorter routes, and he would take those shorter routes, and he would have yak yards. So all it is just switch players until Sky Moore really develops into that guy who they want. They just switch roles. The Chiefs doing the same stuff they've always done. But this is one of the reasons why it's important to have depth on offense, especially wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. It's important to have depth because one guy goes in, can you run your same offense? You want to be able to run the same defense and want to be able to run the same offense if one guy gets hurt. And no matter what happens with the Chiefs defense, they still got 8 other guys that can get out the quarterback. They got 7 other guys that can get out the quarterback outside of Hassan Reddick. Yeah, they got 7 other guys that can get after the quarterback outside of them. They can run the same defense. They can continuously attack. And again, all these excuses, these Chiefs fans, oh, they cheated us. Look, I saw bullshit penalties even called on the Chiefs too. Okay? I didn't think that was the dude celebrating, they got a penalty, celebrating, taunting, the touchdown that was called back in the end zone. It's like, those were penalties that could have really opened up that game. You know what I'm saying? So for the Cincinnati fans and players to sit up here, oh, they cheated us. Come on, bro. Get out your feelings. We saw bad calls on both sides. Fuck Shanahan. I got smoke with him. I said it. Fuck him. He's a terrible coordinator. Great play design, but terrible coordinator. That dude is selfish. It gets him fucked up every single time. Anytime you have let me ask y'all this question about Kyle Shanahan. Do you guys realize this isn't the first time that this dude has had 3 or 4 quarterbacks into a season? How many times have you seen Kyle Shanahan teams and their quarterbacks consistently get hurt? How many times have you seen Kyle Shanahan's team have quarterbacks, and I'm talking about multiple quarterbacks, hurt? Oh, we're gonna explain. Yeah, because look, y'all so infatuated with numbers, y'all don't realize this dude is fucking ass. Yeah, y'all so infatuated with numbers, y'all forget he's ass. And then y'all want to point the finger at, say, Arthur Smith and say his shit is, he's too conservative. I wouldn't have made that call. He's too conservative. Why are we running the ball 50 times? Then Kyle Shanahan, this motherfucker, every time he gets how many times have he gotten his quarterback? How many times a Kyle Shanahan team has had played 3 to 4 quarterbacks into a season? I want y'all to really think about that. How many times have you seen a Kyle Shanahan team have 3 and 4 quarterbacks into a season? I just want to know. ATL is so all the time mostly. They were down to McCaffrey. Anybody seen Deebo Samuel? Whatever happened to that guy? Because I'm about to talk to you. How Jesus say, let me talk to him. Yeah, we about to talk to him. I'm about to talk to you. Anybody seen Deebo Samuel? Anybody know where that guy at? Yeah, that's why he got ran out of Cleveland too. Anybody remember this guy called RG3? Yeah, he's very popular on Twitter right now. See, look, they get nuts all in their mouth. You so worried about their skill, you ain't looking at the truth. Stop looking at motherfucker's skill and start looking at the truth. Okay, y'all gotta stop this shit. Y'all gotta stop looking at motherfuckers can run 4-4 and they good zone and man corners and all this bullshit. Anybody heard of Deebo Samuel? Because I ain't seen the motherfucker since he signed that contract. Cousins, Sharp, Yates, Lance. Yeah. Same thing happening in Cleveland. Yeah, the same thing happened in Cleveland. What you're seeing with Kyle Shanahan is the same thing that happened in Cleveland and the same thing that happened in Houston. There's a reason for this, guys. I'm just saying, where happened to Deebo? He ain't been the same Deebo. Anybody heard this guy named George Kittle? What happened to him? Is Kittle the same core? Is he still the same tight end? No, that's not true. RGT didn't get ran in the ground because he couldn't throw. That was not true. He got ruined by Kyle Shanahan, okay? Stop the favoritism and tell the truth. RG3 was a very good quarterback at that time. He was on a hell of a path. They were developing him as a good quarterback. And then Kyle Shanahan, what he always does, he overuses players and he tears and wears them down. He put these guys in compromising positions where they get hurt and they constantly get hit. And then after 2 years, these guys are nothing. That's what the same thing happened to Julio Jones. Anybody realize that? 2015 and 2016, Julio had one of the biggest NFL seasons as far as yards, combined catches, targets that any other receivers had. Anybody know who the offensive coordinator was for us in 2015 to 2016? And George Kittle was a no-show. Yeah. He destroys his talent. Deebo Samuel still ain't the same person. It's time that y'all start looking at Kyle Shanahan for what he is. He's an offensive coordinator that is great at establishing the run, but he destroys his talent. And let's keep that real. That offense is not a good offense. The offense is bland as shit. They barely get explosive plays. Most of their explosive plays come via the run and not the pass. I'm not saying anything that's not true. Yeah, the Falcons had a better running game than Kyle Shanahan. What's making him special? Yeah, the Falcons had a better running game than Kyle Shanahan. What better running back talent on top of it? Falcons were ranked 2. Yeah, the Falcons were ranked 2nd. Yeah, so save me with all this genius bullshit with Kyle Shanahan. Because what is he doing with his passing game that other teams aren't? I just want to know. That's all. When was the last time you said, "Oh God damn, them San Francisco wide receivers are insane"? Because Deebo Samuel is not used as a wide receiver. They use him as a flex player, aka Cordero Patterson. I'm just saying, like I said, I hate the bust out bubbles because everybody think Kyle Shanahan is this genius. Yeah, he can get your numbers, but he can also get you fucked up and blow up a lot of games. That's what he's known for. This man has been known for a quarterback killer for years. How is a team that runs the ball that much with that defense only has on the year, okay, has on the year 3,800 yards passing? Okay? Matt Ryan can do that 3,800 yard passing and it damn sleep. Yeah, Matt Ryan, I've seen Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers give 3,800 yards and they sleep. This man got the #1 ranked defense, one of the best running games in the NFL, and only passes the ball for 3,800 yards. Why is it that every time he get in the playoffs, his team stops scoring? Do I have to bring up what the score was again? Because the general consensus with Kyle Shanahan was what? Bro, he makes quarterbacks. He creates quarterbacks. He's a quarterback guru. But nobody can name a quarterback that has actually been good under him outside of Matt Ryan for that 1 year. Matt Ryan also has to have his worst year as a professional under Kyle Shanahan. It's called the West Coast offense, not. And Kyle Shanahan's offense, which is Mike Shanahan's offense, which is the father of the West Coast offense. And who? Yeah, Bill Walsh. If Purdy's not injured, I'm not saying they're winning, but do you think that score looks like that? Brock Purdy was already running for his life from the very beginning. I don't think it would have probably looked like that, but I don't think it probably would have looked much better. They could not block, okay? That's why he got hit. That's why he got hurt, because they could not block. Philly was on that ass from the very beginning. Philly was on that ass from the very beginning. So it may have been a little closer. But like it may have been a lot worse because, like I said, Purdy wasn't doing anything, out of the ordinary or extraordinary. They still couldn't run the ball. They still couldn't get the wide receivers open. So it's like, I don't know if it would have been much different. if Purdy didn't get hurt. No, it's not even that schematics crap. Like, stop, Alex. You don't need to see schematics when you just see an old-fashioned ass kick. You got your ass kicked. Ain't got nothing to do with schematics. They could not block their pass rushers. Sometimes we got to stop with this, with the schematics and if he would have drew up this play and that play. No, they just got their ass kicked. Their offensive line could not stop their defensive line. Okay, simple as that. Sometimes football is really just that simple. Run the damn ball, protect your quarterback, and get after the fucking quarterback. It's really simple. There's no elaborate. This is what I was saying earlier about, it's like, there's only so much you can do with certain players. Because sometimes their players are just better than yours. So you can draw up all the plays and schemes and put this guy in a 3-4 and a technique and 5 and a wide 9 and all that bullshit. Sometimes you just fucking suck. Sometimes your offensive line is just ass. Sometimes our defensive line is just better than yours that day. So all we talking about, all this schematics and all this goofy shit, like I said, sometimes your player is just not as good as that player. Falcons aren't in the playoffs because we don't have the players, not because of schematics. So just so you know, just don't have the players. Yeah. Sometimes it just comes down to not just having, because every NFL teams have the most brilliant offensive coordinators, defensive guys. They have the most brilliant guys in football, in all of football. These are the best of the best. So schematics is not what's going to get these guys a championship or to the playoff. What get guys to the playoff is this thing called development. How fast you get it, how quickly you get it. Having have a better defensive line than they have offensive linemen. Sometimes it just comes to having better players. This is why the Falcons went 7-10 2 times in a row. Not because we didn't, we had because this has been the second year in a row that the Falcons have went 7-10. But we had different talent. So, in my opinion, what that states is the coaching is extraordinary. Because now you have a different defense, you have a different offense, different quarterback, different running back each year. So it's not a matter of whether or not these guys have great coaching or not. I think the coaching is there. The problem is the Falcons just need to get better players. It's like, we got to stop all this bullshit talking about, oh man, we need to run a 3-4. We need to run a 3-4 scheme, man. We don't have 3-4 personnel. Look, sometimes your fucking players just ass. We fucking know this. We knew Deidre Sinat was ass. We knew Marlon Davis was ass. We knew Marlon Davis was ass. Why? Because he ain't been signed by nobody ever since he been cut. Sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's just that. And get out of your damn feelings, because you know it's the fucking truth. Because you the main one who was crying about who? Sky Moore. Why? Why? Yeah, sometimes you just got better players. And all this schematic shit, where it is important, but sometimes it's just your players fucking suck. '49ers have a great defensive line. Guess what? They got their ass kicked. They got great defensive depth. Secondary, linebackers, front seven, their front four. They got depth. So when injuries happen, guess what? They can still step up and still play on the same level. if not similar. Yesterday, the 49ers had no chance with that D-line playing away. And coach, and this is a coach here. So, coach, let me tell you something, man. Let me ask you this question. All right, this is a question I'm gonna ask coach. This man been doing this about 20, 30 years. So he been coaching for a long time. Which is which is more important when you talk about being a coach? What is more important, scheme or just getting talent? How you doing, Sherman? How you doing, pimp? What is more important, scheme or just getting talent? That right there is a question. Because the reason why I even asked that is because guess what? It's this little certain midget, this drunk ass midget who decided he wanted to go to Texas and act a damn fool. Anybody know who that drunk ass guy is? Alex, you just being a jackass now. Stop it. Don't be a jackass. Scheme is not more important than players. Good God Almighty. Yeah, that's no. That man said, look at the Packers defense. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. The Packers don't have good players over there. So you're just going to dismiss the fact that they have a great front seven and say, oh, the scheme is the reason why we're doing that? Bro, you got to stop. You got to stop it. How does scheme get you 70 sacks? Man, what you talking about, bro? Get out of your feelings, man. See, this is the stuff we talk about, man. Get out of your feelings. No matter what scheme you get, look, look, let me kill that right there. You said scheme matters. If that's the case, why doesn't a 3-3-5 work in the NFL? Anybody want to take a wild guess? Because you said scheme matters, right? So it doesn't matter which formation, that you use, whether it's on offense or defense. You said scheme matters, right? So why doesn't a 3-3-4 work in the NFL? Why don't you have guys in the NFL that consistently runs a 3-3-4 like Cincy does? Anybody want to take a guess with that? Why doesn't a 3-3-5 work in the NFL? Because you said scheme matters, right? Yeah, why doesn't teams in the NFL run 3-3-4? Come on, man. Come on, you had like 15, 20. Exactly. You see what you just said? Yeah. But if you had, look, this is exactly, because teams can run a 21 personnel. Yeah. The key word, what you just said, is personnel. You hear what you just said? Yeah. Yeah, Alex. Yeah. Because they can run a 23. But what if you don't have the personnel to run that 21? You kind of see where you're going? You're going in circles, dog. Yeah. You got to be able to drive people to play that scheme. So personnel is everything, not scheme. Personnel is everything. You can run a 3-4 all. Look, let me say this. The Baltimore Ravens have been running a 3-4 for at least 25 plus years. At least 20 plus years. They've been running a 3-4 for 25 plus years. The scheme didn't change. Something changed, but what? Without talent, you can run scheme however you want to be the best. There must be talent to capitalize off scheme. Yeah. Gotta have talent, bro. Gotta have talent. You can sit up here and say, well, this guy's good, better in man. This guy's better as a 3-tech, 4-tech, 5, 6, 9. Like, you can say that all day, but if this guy don't have the ability to run that, then what are we talking about? You just putting guys in spots. Talent is important. It's key. This is one of the main reasons why guys, especially the Atlanta Falcons, they gave up how many damn picks? I forget how many. They gave up 6 picks. I forgot. It may have been 6 picks to draft Julio Jones. I think they gave up like 6 picks to draft. Anybody want to guess why they gave up all them picks for Julio Jones? Anybody want to guess why the Falcons gave up all those picks to get Julio? He was talented. It's simple. We make football so difficult because we're trying to put these numbers and schemes and all this goofy shit. Sometimes it's just moving a man against his will. I'm taking the words from the great Jew himself. Moving another man against his will. Being better, faster, quicker, knowing the offense, knowing the defense. Sometimes it just comes down to you just being bigger, faster, stronger, more talented. Scheme ain't got shit to do with it. Scheme is just something that you use to enhance what a guy does. For instance, a lot of guys who are playing the 3-4 outside, most of these guys are athletically gifted. They're not necessarily strength guys. So what you want to do is put the bigger, stronger guys in the middle, so those guys who are faster and quicker on the edge, so they can just do what they do, is be fast and be quick. But scheme is all about taking advantage of what a guy was. Anybody, I'm gonna take y'all back to 1990s. I forget what Lawrence Taylor was drafted. Might have been 90, 80 something. Might have been 80. But anybody want to know why Bill Parcells created a 3-4? Anybody know why? Anybody want to know why Bill Belichick created a 3-4? Pretty much made this. Anybody want to know why? Anybody want to know why? Oh man, he came up with a 3-4 to what? Take advantage of Lawrence Taylor's skill set. That's why scheme came apart. But the talent was overall number 1. It's not that easy, Alex. It's not that damn. Look, you making it so hard because you so focused on scheme and man and zone and all this dumb shit. No, that's not we. Boy, you sound dumb as hell. Alex, shut up. Like, stop. Look, you're right now. You're not allowed to type anymore. This man said our defensive coordinator got fired because of scheme. Well, what the hell are you talking about? The hell are you talking about? Boy, stop. Don't type no more. You sound crazy as hell right now. The hell are you saying? When have the Atlanta Falcons got fired a head coach because of scheme? He got fired because his fucking team was ass. What the hell are you saying? The Falcons weren't getting sacks. The Falcons O-line wasn't protecting the quarterback. Not because they were running the wrong fucking scheme. What the hell? Bro, you smarter than this. Stop. Ben, how you doing, brother? This man said Dan Quinn got fired, or Marco Emmanuel got fired, or Mike Smith got fired because of the scheme. Not because we fucking suck, but because of the scheme. Bro, come on, bro. You gotta stop it, Alex. You gotta stop, bro. The hell? Bro, you smarter than this, Alex. You sound goofy as hell. The hell this man just typed? This man said we got a coach fired because we ran the wrong scheme. Boy, I swear to God, we got goddamn Corey Bierman out here playing 3-4 outside linebacker. This motherfucker run a 4-5, and he said this man got fired because of scheme. Boy, I tell you. The reason why Mike Smith got fired is because he wasn't developing talent. Yeah, that's the reason why. Dan Quinn got fired because his talent, Vic Beasley, wasn't consistent. Tack McKinley failed miserably. And we can keep going on and on and on about his DBs. Not because he was running a 3-4, okay? Or a 4-3. Good God almighty, bro. Bro, man, somebody need to put that boy in timeout. Boy, you sound goofy as hell right now. Bro, you are no longer allowed to speak to me in any type of way. You sound goofy as hell. The hell are you talking about? This man said, this dude really just said with his own mouth, these guys got fired because of they running the wrong scheme. Boy, I have never heard Saints fans say this stupid shit before. What's up, Smoke? How you doing, bro? This man said they got fired because of the wrong scheme. Boy, I swear to God. I swear to God. We up here talking about we need to get Lamar Jackson because he's a great player, but you up here talking about scheme. Boy, I could have sworn we was. All right. Yeah, I'm a little stressed out. Alex, I'm definitely surprised at you, bro. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised at you. This man said, this bad here literally said this bad. This man said with a straight face that those guys got fired because they ran the wrong scheme. Boy, if you don't sit, oh my Jesus. Why is everybody ready to pay Vic Fangio all this money? Because he develops talent. If you look at most of the places that Vic Fangio has been, and most defensive coordinators, especially the good ones, they get what the fuck they want on their defense, as far as their defense is concerned. You ever heard of this thing called position? So if a position coach, let's just say Vic Fangio is a defensive lineman coach. So if a defensive lineman don't draft defensive linemen, how can that defensive lineman get the best out of his defensive line? That probably went over so many people's head saying that. Vic Fangio, if he is a defensive line coach, how can he do what he does best if he doesn't have the best defensive lineman? And you're drafting corners and linebackers. This man said he's not a position coach. Crack, boy, bro, bro, I swear Bro, what are you on today? This man said he's not a position coach. Jesus Christ. Ouch. At some point, this is what we mean when we talk about pride. At some point, you just got to put your pride aside and just stop and think about what you're saying. John, this is exactly what we're talking about. This is an excellent point, John. This is John Sinclair. Zone defense was created to counter speed wide receiver, one in particular. Yeah, that's why the zone was there, because it has everything to do to take away a certain aspect, a certain talent. The cover two was designed to keep everything in front of you. Everybody know what the 3-4? Yeah. The 3-4 was designed to maximize the talent of the big defensive linemen and linebackers. If the strength of your team is linebackers, more often you probably want to play in the 3-4 because your best players are linebackers. This is what I was going back to Lawrence Taylor. The strength of the Giants team back there were their linebackers. So in order for anybody to know how to get the best out of your linebacker, anybody know how to get the best out of your linebackers? I just want to know. Because the Baltimore Ravens did this thing. They did it, year after year after year to get the best out of their linebacker. The 3-4 was designed to get the best out of a certain talent. All they did was plug a bunch of big fat dudes in front of them. They had Sam Adams. They had Tony, the late great Tony Siragusa. Rest in peace, my G. And then they put him in front, put those guys in front of their best linebacker and their best player, and Ray Lewis. So scheme is what you do to get the best out of your talent. But it is always talent first. Alex, when you got the whole chat saying something wrong with you, like, you gotta let your ego go. That's your problem. You sound crazy right now. Just stop. Stop and really think about what you're saying. You gotta really stop. I love you, dog, but you gotta stop. Your ego is way out of control right now. You sound crazy as hell. The reason why the 3-4 was even designed is because they had great linebackers. And that's what I was talking about was Bill Parcells. The best player on their defense was Lawrence Taylor. And the problem that he had was he didn't want those big offensive linemen to get their hands on him. So what did he do? He put 3 big fat dudes in front of him to eat up space, take up the line, so he can have one-on-ones. But it was based on talent. So the scheme is a direct correlation with talent. First and foremost, is all about the talent. That man said you want to blame that on personnel. Jesus Christ. Bro, I need a crack pipe. Somebody give me something, bro. I know one of y'all some dope dealer somewhere. I need some crack. Jesus Christ. This man said you want to blame personnel. Boy, what the fuck are you on? This man had the mitigated gall to say you want to blame personnel. And look, Alex, ask this question. How good is Marcus Mariota? How good is Marcus Mariota? Anybody want to guess? That man said, I only got that fitted old plug. This man said, how good is Marcus Mariota? Okay? That man said, you don't want to bring with no personnel. Good God Almighty. How good is Marcus Mariota? If scheme is everything, then what the hell are we even worried about drafting for? Why are there even drafts? Why are there rounds, man? This man literally said to himself, want to blame the personnel. Jesus Christ. Disregarding the fact that that year we went to the Super Bowl, our defense was trash for the entire year, and then we get to the Super Bowl and we blow 28-3. God, Jesus Christ. Alex, you do realize that the Falcons defense had over 40-something sacks that year, right? You do know that. We haven't seen that number in quite some time. Anybody want to guess why the Falcons had 40-something sacks? I want to know why the Falcons had, I think they had like 40, might have had 30, it might have been 39. But why didn't the Atlanta Falcons, okay, why did Atlanta Falcons go to the Super Bowl? Falcons were one of the most, I think they in the second half, not only did they have they had a solid rotation of guys, and then let's get back to rotation. Dwight Freeney, they had a young Grady Jarrett, who had 3.5 sacks in that game too, might I add. But a young Grady Jarrett, and we kind of figure out what he turned to. We had Rashid Hayman, Vic Beasley. We had a young Deion Jones. We had Keanu Neal. We had a lot of talent. That was a lot of talent. Most of those guys have been to the Pro Bowl. Adrian Claiborne. Yeah, so a lot of those guys, yeah, I think we missed even in that year also. We blew quote unquote blew that game too because we didn't have our best corner and one of our best pass rushers in that game also. We would run the same scheme. Yeah. But some of our best players were in the game. You see how you just, like, Alex, you got to really think about what you're saying, bro. You sound crazy. You sound insane. The Falcons' best corner wasn't that. One of the best pass rushers in that team did not play in that Super Bowl also. So those are two top players that didn't play in the Super Bowl. So let them sit up here and talk about personnel and scheme. And on top of that, our center and Alex Mack were playing with a broken leg, or broken ankle. We lost our right tackle in the Super Bowl. I can keep going on and on and on again. We ran the same scheme we were running in, and guess what? We got our ass kicked because we didn't have our best players. That man keep bringing up the Giants, but the Giants couldn't stop shit. The hell? This man said, Jesus Christ. Because they fucking suck. The Raiders suck, okay? Oh my God. Bro, this is hilarious, bro. Oh, boy. This man said, who rated they got sacks? Boy, you sound, Alex, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. You need a hug. Look, I need some crack after this, bro. I don't even smoke crack, never have, but I need, look, I'm tempted right now to hear this bullshit. This man, you say, hooray, they got sacks. What the hell are you talking about? You acting like sacks are nothing. Hey, sacks ain't nothing, but let's play this 3-4. Hell, let's play this 21 personnel. The hell? I need that shit, D. This man up here talking about, this man here really, good God almighty, bro. What happened to the Giants defense? Man, bro, Dre, bro, that's what I'm talking about. This man up here using Giants as a point to prove, but they got their ass destroyed. The hell, they couldn't do anything against the Philadelphia offense. They couldn't stop anything. And we up here, this man up here using them as an example. What the hell, bro? Oh my God. I can't believe what I'm. Hey, y'all make it, bro. You make it my day. Again, this man up here talking about they had a top 10 defense. Man, get out of here with that goofy ass shit. They got their ass stomped, okay? The hell are you talking about? They had a top 5 defense. And when they ran into a team with equal talent, they got their ass stomped, okay? Jesus Christ. It really ain't that hard. It really isn't that difficult to understand that when it comes down to it, the best teams have the best talent. This man sold it. You sitting up here and telling me that Philadelphia don't have equal talent. Boy, you get to put the crack down. Say no to drugs, okay? Say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. It's messing with your brain, man. It's messing with your brain, man. Good God almighty. Equal or more talent. That's what happened when you get your ass kicked. We got our ass kicked by Tampa because they had better players. We got our ass kicked by New Orleans because they had better players. The Giants got their ass kicked because they don't have great players on offense and defense. They have some good players that got them to the playoffs, but Philadelphia had better players. They got more talented guys. This man don't even realize what he typing. He said half their roster is Pro Bowl guys. That's kind of the point we've been making. Jesus Christ, bro, you on? What are you talking about? Hey, bro, what kind of? Are you stressed out? Or your mama beating you or something? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, do you need a couple of bucks or something like that? We've been saying all this time, it's about the talent, and then you use what the fuck we've been saying to say they got better talent. Duh. That's what the hell we've been saying. We literally just said, yeah, it's not about the scheme, it's about getting the talent. And you build a talented roster by saying, all right, this is the scheme that we're going to run. So you fit the guys within the scheme, but it's all about their overall talent first and foremost. You get it? Explosive offense, outscoring everyone, but young defense with low depth. Bro, look, I didn't even try this. Bro, you literally just, what we've been stating all this time is all about talent. That's the reason why Philadelphia beat the crap out of the Giants, because they don't have the depth that Philadelphia has on their squad. So it's all about the scheme, sir. You saying it's all about the scheme. You don't realize what you just said is exactly ran right into what we've been talking about all the time. You gotta get the players in order for your scheme to work. If you don't have the players, your scheme is not gonna work properly. Slow down, think about what you're saying, all right? Slow down, slow down. Slow down and think. Because you stressed out of something. This man said now he want to name top 5 players. Duh, that's what the hell we've been talking about. Good God Almighty. Just Jesus Christ. Oh boy. I'm floored. That man said lack of breast milk. Well, this man ran right back into the same damn circle we've been saying all the time. We said it's about the talent, okay? Not the scheme. The scheme is what you put everything in. It's like, look, you gotta have, I was just talking about this in the chat, and I was saying a lot of people are mad because certain players aren't in the Hall of Fame. I say, in order for these guys to even make the Hall of Fame or have the Hall of Fame to a certain, you got to be able to hold them to a certain standard. So if everybody has a easy obtainable standard, then is that guy really great? If this person is really great? No, you got to have the standard so high. It's like, all right, this guy's a true Hall of Famer because he has this and he has that. But if these goals are easily obtainable, how do you recognize that guys are great? So in long, what I'm saying is, in order to say that this team or this player is great, you got to measure him against the great players. The Falcons don't have a 10-sack guy. So do the Falcons have elite talent? Absolutely not. Do the Falcons have a quarterback that throws for 4,000 or 4,500 yards? Absolutely not. Do the Falcons have a top rushing game? Absolutely. You kind of see where we're going? So you can't say the Falcons have elite players if they're not given elite numbers. Thibodeau, slow down and think, man. Like I said, bro, I love you, but you got to slow down and think. You sound crazy right now. Slow down and think, okay? It'll do you well. Get out your feelings and slow down and think about what you're saying. A 3-4 is just a way that you pretty much a 3-4, 4-3. It really doesn't matter. You just choosing the type of players that you want when you choose a particular scheme. So, like, let's say if you if you want to say that, all right, I'm gonna run 4-3. Well, you already know the types of player that you need in a 4-3. You're gonna need a 1-tech, you need a 3-tech, and you don't need 2 edges that can get it. 1 that could probably stop the run, a 2 that can stop the run, a 2 that's just, guys who can just get after the quarterback. And then you need a linebacker, a middle linebacker who can maybe cover or maybe just stuff the run depending on the defense. It's like the scheme is just a way to say, all right, this is the type of defense we're gonna run. But you need to draft the players to be able to run that defense successfully. So scheme is not everything. Scheme is just a start. Alex, like I said, man, just slow down, bro. Slow down, man. Slow down. Name me 5 players on the Giants defense. Bro, what are you talking about? You're so hell-bent on proving a point, you're not understanding what you're saying is exactly what we've been saying all the time. You need good players in order to be a good defense. You need good players in order to be consistent. We answered your question. You need good players in order to be consistent. Jesus Christ. So do the Giants have 5 players that are Pro Bowlers? No, they don't. So if that's answering your question, congratulations, we answered your question. But that's exactly what we've been saying all the time. You need to continuously build teams the proper way so you can get top players. Taylor, what you doing, pimp? How you doing, man? This man really said, all right, well, everybody, look, anybody got other questions? Because Alex on crack, boy. This man go from saying that the Giants is a good team because they made the playoff to they got bounced out of the playoffs, so they're a bad defense now. Boy, what the hell? Oh my God, this man. This man said the Giants are a good team. They made the playoffs. Then turn around and say they a bad team because they got put off the playoffs. Well, what the hell? Oh my God, I can't, man. Oh boy, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Alex, bro, what the hell? Man, say the Giants are a good team, then they're a bad team because they lost in the playoffs, boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, boy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Ooh, Jesus. Hey, look, if your intent was giving me a laugh, that shit worked, boy, because Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. Whew. All right, man. We gonna go, we going live later tonight, man. You know you got little kids in there. Boy, man, Jay, bro, I have no, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain this, bro. All we've been saying the whole time is you gotta have good players, bro. No scheme is gonna prove that. You can't just magic. You can't put a guy in scheme and then say, oh, he can run a 4-3 and say we're gonna get the best out of him. Well, we've seen guys who run 4-3s all the time, and they've been in the right scheme. But these guys, guess what? They're not that damn good. So you can sit up here and say scheme all you want to, but that doesn't mean anything if that guy just fucking sucks. If the guy is just isn't good, it doesn't matter what scheme that you can run. You can put him in a 3-4, 4-3. The Falcons have been doing that for years. The Falcons have been trying to put Vic Beasley in a 3-4, a 4-3. Look, they tried everything. The Falcons tried everything. They tried to put Dion as a weak outside linebacker. That didn't work. Like, we've tried everything. So don't give me this scheme crap works. Oh boy. Oh, look like a who that need a hug. He ain't got no team, so I guess they about $52 million in dead cap. So I guess he need a hug right now. Everybody get that who that in here a hug. They need hugs, bro. Bruh, Alex, you smarter than this, bro. You gotta stop. Your ego is just out of control right now. This is sad. You smarter than this, bro. Unleash Warhog, how you doing? One name that caused the Vikings that game is Kirk Cousins. The Giants should thank him. Again, coach. Again, it comes down to talent. It comes down to talent. It just comes down to talent. And that's what we're talking about. You got to be able to develop the players. You got to bring in the right players. But a scheme is only a way to get the best out of these guys. Scheme is not the end all be all. Talent is the end all be all. Tom Brady can't run a fucking spread offense. Especially the spread offense of today. He get his ass tore up. Michael Vick wouldn't be able to run a damn spread offense where it's mostly passing. That wasn't his skill set. So like everybody, you trying to put, you up here talking about scheme. Oh, you gotta have the ability at the end of the day. You gotta have the ability, you gotta have the talent, and you have to have the IQ in order for these guys. So, like I said, Alex, it's bro, you have embarrassed yourself, and you should really be embarrassed. You should really be ashamed of yourself for what the stuff you said today. This is embarrassing. You're way smarter than this. This man said RG3 didn't run a spread offense. Jesus Christ. It's Google, bro. Google is free. Anybody want to know where did RG3 go? Did anybody know what the school RG3 went to? Baylor? Mm-hmm, yeah. So, see, you up here talking about RPO. Boy, you don't even know where the damn scheme is. Jesus Christ. The RPO isn't a scheme, bro. Okay? RPOs is a series of slants and picks. Okay? RPO isn't a scheme. It's called slants. Okay? Taking advantage of the inside so you can make the plays on the outside. That's what the RPO is essentially is. Okay? Let me say that again. The RPO is designed to take advantage of the middle of the field so you can make the big plays on the outside. Thus, the run pass option, the option read, to read the edge so you can make the big plays on the edge. So that's what the RPO is. The spread offense is a series of passes, whether it's deep, but it's mostly to look deep first. That's what the spread offense is about. Big plays, deep passes. Okay? You got a lot of studying to do, little fella. Quarterbacks in the spread offense are designed to look deep first. Alex, it's important to understand. Okay, it's really important to understand your football before you say this is crazy. You gotta understand, and you're not understanding. You think you know, but you really don't know, fella. And like I said, you should be embarrassed of yourself the way you conducted yourself today. And I point that Michael Walker's versus Troy Anderson, scheme versus talent. That's a perfect example. I just saw worst mark, so 34-13. Miles Murphy going 32 to the Philly. Ooh, Lord. I don't know if he's going to go that low. This man here don't. Jesus Christ. This man really need a hug, bro. This man brought up RG3 to realize RG3 ran damn near everything at Baylor. Good God Almighty. Like this again, this is why it's important to do your homework. Understand what these guys have done at their school and the system that they run. And understanding each system and the difference between the system. The spread offense is primarily all shotgun. Okay? The RPO is a version of a shotgun, but it's like I said, you're just using a lot of quick passes, short passes across the middle. And you're trying to make the big plays on the outside, whether it's with the pass or it's with the run. But that's what the RPO is about. Run, pass, option. The spread offense in itself is it's an attacking style offense. And what the quarterbacks in a spread offense typically have the bigger arms because in a spread offense, these guys are trying to get the big play first. Okay, so I need you to know the difference between the RPO. I want everybody, and like I said, everybody. I want everybody to understand what the difference between the spread and the RPO. Those are not the same things. Yeah, we're gonna, like I said, about 2 hours. In about 2 hours, man, we're gonna go live. And we're gonna talk about some interesting things tonight. So y'all might want to stay tuned for that. This man said I have the Kyle Shanahan. All right, bro. Well, you need to study. You need to study again because clearly you don't know what the hell you talking about. This man said I have the Kyle Shanahan playbook. If you think you got, never mind. I'm. Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ. Everybody got that playbook, bro. Oh Jesus Christ. I can't. I just can't. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Raw tonight too because I gotta see what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna have the on one phone and out the other one. Like Alex, I know you just really learned the game and you're very excited about what you've learned, but you got a long way to go, pimping. And I'm really trying to help you here. You gotta let go of your ego. That's your biggest problem is the ego. And I'm telling you from a motherfucker who got the biggest ego. I'm an arrogant, egotistical motherfucker at times. Okay? But you got a huge ego problem. You sound, it's so bad you really don't realize how crazy you sound. So I love you, little bro, but you got to stop. You make yourself look, bro. You can't do this. You can't do this. Oh my God. So if anybody ain't got any more questions, like I said, we're gonna go on later tonight. 6-man K Styles, myself. But absolutely, this man said he got all them playlists, all them playbooks. Yeah, I think everybody got it. Bro, like I said, like I said, man, Al is a good dude, but his ego, he gotta let go of his ego, bro. It's the main thing that's hindering him, and I'm telling you right now, for somebody who is got it got a little bit of look. I can be an arrogant prick sometimes. So I'm telling you, bro, it's not a good thing. Let go of your ego and learn, bro. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. The Madden playbook don't count. Wow, Chris, you ain't had to do that. Oh my God. Hey man, like I said, it's all love. We're going on later tonight. Like I said, man, might get a little bit more of these types of shows. But good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Chris, that was wrong. Good God. Oh man. Oh my goodness. All right, man. Hey, with that being said, like I said, bro, just let go of the ego. You'll be fine. But you got to let go of your ego. That being said, stay tuned for us later on tonight. Cooler talks with myself and the 6-man. We might even let a few people on. We'll see how it goes. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I'ma holler at y'all, man, in about a few hours. Thank you, Floyd. But yeah, appreciate it. I'm out.